Hey guys, what's going on? RDM2120. Today I'm going to be showing you my 3-axis FireFist, which you probably knew from the title of the video. So, first 3 cards are the same as the 4-axis build that I posted. 3 bear. Again, it's still the best card. I mean, you need that monster popping ability for things that you can't get over with a 3000 attack point horse prince. Okay. Double dragon. Um, he's just 1800, and then he gets bigger with all the spell cards. Plus, you can use his ability to reborn the Beast Warrior types, or is it Fire Fist? No, reborn a Fire Fist by sending 2 of the Fire Formation cards to the graveyard. It's really good. One gorilla. I think I was running only 1 in my 4-axis as well. I don't really see the point of running more than 1. So now into the 3-axis part, which means level 3. Triple Spirit. This is right next to Bear as the best card. This lets you go. This will let you go into Beast Lord Vulcan, I think is his name. And this is another way that when Chicken comes out, this deck is going to be so good. I mean, even better than it is right now. So yeah. Triple Leopard. It's only a common, which is what I like. I'm really happy about that. It makes it so the deck's not that expensive anymore. Because before, when it first came out, it was really expensive because the bears were like $40. The dragons were like 10 a pop. And it was just ridiculous. So yeah, this is what you would not. This is what right now what you would bring back with Spirit. All right, I run 1 hawk, 1 raven. Now I used to run 2 hawk, no raven, because I thought that 500 attack was a lot better than what raven gave you, which was what even when it's synchroed, you can still search for a fire formation spell trap. But also when this card is on the field, I didn't even read the effect properly. Face-up fire formation spell trap cards control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So like heavy, MST, this card's on the field, it doesn't matter. They stay safe. So I don't know. I might take something else out for it. So I run 2 blaster and a single burner. I just like blaster in here because you can special summon it out. You can special summon it out real easy when like your graveyard is full of stuff that you can't like a raven and a hawk in your graveyard or something, right? Or a dragon or a gorilla in your graveyard. You're not going to be reborning those things, so you just banish them for a dragon, for blaster. Then you have 2800 on board. And then it's effect to like pop stuff. Like you can use it to pop Ophion, which is what E-Dragons do as well. Because Ophion does present a small problem for this deck because of Horse Prince, which is a level 6 synchro. I run 1 Veiler, and that is it for hand traps. Everything else is in the side deck. I just can't find room for it, honestly. I have a feeling that if I put more than 1 of this and I put some Maxis in here, like I said before, I face a lot of rogue matchups, so I just feel like this would be a lot of this, not as much as Max C, but this would be a deep dead draw for me if I ran more than 1, especially considering what else I have in here. And I'd rather have 2 hawk and the 1 raven than the 2 Veiler and the 1 hawk and the 1 raven. So getting into the spells, 3 Tenki, just like the 4-axis. It's still the searcher of the deck, and my prediction is that it will get semi-limited, not limited. I mean, the card just came out in January, right? So I don't know. They might change it. I don't think so. I think they're gonna wait to see what War Gods do, or Bujin, what they're gonna be able to do in the upcoming format, because they're they have Beast Warrior type monsters too, like Yamato and that new one that searches or that lets you special summon when Bujin monster is destroyed. Triple Tensu in this one, because you have a lot more monsters in this deck, so it's a lot more useful, especially if you have a spirit and a leopard in hand, and you don't have you have a spirit or a spirit and a leopard, And then you just need Leopard to get the Tensu, to get the Horse Prince, to get to Hawk. I'll show you what the plays are in a couple of minutes when the deck profile is done. 2 Gyoko. This card is just, it's really good in this deck, especially better than the 4-axis because it's not that much of a dead draw. Because in 4-axis you want monsters or ways to get monsters, whereas in this one you swarm the field so easily that it doesn't really matter. So you can run as many of, you can even run 3, but again, like, I can't find room for a Hawk, which is much better than a Gyoko. And these are things that you would side out for Veilers or Maxis or something if you're facing like E-Dragons or something. Another broken card that goes in this deck, Rekindling. I run 3 of them. I have 7 targets, I believe. 3 Leopard, 3 Spirit, and the 1 Burner. So yeah, 7 targets for Rekindling. And when this goes off, it's so nice. It's like you have like 6 targets for it in graveyard. You can just make so many things. 1 Reborn, 1 MST. I do not run a heavy because I have so many cards that I want to keep on my field, like all the Fire Formation stuff. So yeah, I have the 1 MST. Others are in side deck, obviously. This build I only run 2 of the Tensen, not 3. 3 I don't have room for the 3rd. Plus I don't think it's needed that much. I mean, you can search it. Today I did wish I had a 3rd when I needed an out to something that I was facing. But usually I don't really need it because it's usually still in my deck. But the duel went on for a while, so usually, unless you're going in a long duel, it's good enough. Torrential Tribute, 1 of them. They're just basic traps. 2 Bottomless. Bottomless I think are pretty standard. So yeah, that's why they're in here. I struggled with this one. I wanted to put in 2 Compulse instead of just the 1, but like I keep saying, there's not much room. I mean, you need so many cards to be in this deck. That Compulse, I barely fit into it, and I fit it in instead of some other things because I like my back row a little bit. That's why I like FireFist so much, because you can play back row and still swarm the field. So yeah. Solemn Duo, Warning, Judgment. Yep. And a single Starlight Road, because just in case they have a heavy and you don't want to pay half your life points for it. Like, you wish you didn't have Judgment on the field, but you would probably activate Judgment anyway. Yeah. Okay. For the extra deck, triple of the Horse Prince. This is the thing you go into each time, once per turn, if you can, with Spirit, because Spirit you can only synchro once per turn, I think, and then after that you have to Xyz summon into Lion Emperor. So when this card is summoned, you can summon a level 3 or fire monster from your deck. So you can summon Leopard, or you can summon another Spirit, or when Chicken comes out, you can summon Chicken, and right now you can summon Burner as well. Also Hawk and Raven, obviously, which are the 2 things that you would want to go for the most. 2 Tiger King in this build. I have like 6 level 4 monsters, 6 level 4 Beast Warriors, so I can make him 3 times if I need to. I mean, it's pretty good. If you make him, then you have it, right? But what I found myself going into more often in this deck is this guy. I run 2 Cardinal. I'm leaving it at 2. This card's a lot better for me. It won me a game against Dark Worlds, and then it put me in a position to win another game against the Dark Worlds, but they just kept drawing the shit afterwards, and I was just drawing. It was like mid to late game, and all my Tenkies were in the graveyard, and my Tensons were in the graveyard, and I wasn't drawing anything. I couldn't draw into a Spirit to save for my life. So yeah, and then 2 Lion Emperor. Like I said before, you can only synchro once per turn. So Lion Emperor is a good card to go into. What you do is you detach when you get a FireFist or no fire monster in your graveyard and you add it to your hand. So, but you can't play it the turn you get it, because that card would just be too broken otherwise. I run one Ouroboros. Might be taking that out for something, I'm not sure. Single Shockmaster because it's really good. Make it call monster effects or call spells or whatever, depends on the thing you're facing. Monster effects, they can't summon their E-Dragon. Spells, they can't activate their spells. The spells being spell books, obviously. Okay. Cowboy because Cowboy wins games. Black Ship because Zenmaines is still a card that can be a problem for this deck, especially. So this is a nice thing to go into, just nice to have, obviously. Maestroke, just for a defensive play because I don't, and then I also run one of the Zenmaines. Also, Maestroke is also an out to Ophion if I don't have a blaster and I don't have a bear. And then Kyle's build, you saw you run like a couple Dark Illusions and stuff, which was a real problem. And I also run a Stardust Dragon in here, obviously for Starlight Road, but I can't find my Stardust right now. It's probably in one of my decks or something. So now for some of the plays that you do, you need Spirit, and then you need Leopard, and then you need Horse Prince, which is what you go into, and then Tanky, and then Tensu. Sorry, I'm just gathering all the cards, so that's why I'm not really paying attention. So the best opening hand ever is opening these two, and then one of these. If you open all of them, that is so good. The fifth card can be whatever, as long as it's not a hawk or a raven, you're fine. You can, if you have all four of these, you don't need to even use. You can use Leopard's Effect to get a Tensin. So yeah, because you can search a trap card with that. Tenkyu, you can search Bear if you have this hand, and then still play Tensu or whatever. You still have Tensu to summon the Bear or summon the Spirit to go for the Horse Prince, which is the card that you want to bring out the most. And then if you're facing Evil Swarm, and you make this guy because he is the same attack, and then you can bring him back. I think you can bring him back with the Rekindling as well, but you can't really do shit with him anyway afterwards. He can get really big with Hawk on the field and a bunch of the spells, and then Tensin as well. With like 4 spells, you can get over Ophion. I know, right? So little. So yeah. That's the play that you do usually. You go Leopard Effect to search. So what you need is a Tenki or a Tensu in hand, the regular play. Just one of them, not both. So you have one of these in hand, whichever one it is. Then you summon Leopard, you tribute it for effect, and if they Veiler it, then they Veiler it, whatever. You just play the Tensu anyway. Or if you have the Tensu in hand, or you play the Tenki anyway, if you have that in hand. And you just sit on some cards because you have another 2 cards in hand when you play this opening hand. So then you tribute it, search out whichever one is remaining. And then if you didn't have Spirit in hand, then you can search it with Tenki if you have Tensu. But this is all theoretical. This is like best case scenarios, basically. Summon Spirit after activating Tensu. Bring back Leopard, Synchro up, bring out Horse Prince, and then summon either Hawk or Raven. So yeah, that's been my FireFist deck profile with a little bit of a play there. Don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe, help our channel grow a little bit. We'd be very appreciative of that. So as always, thank you and goodbye.